Hello everyone. So today I am going to tell about the class aves. So in that introduction and general characteristics of aves. So let us first know about the introduction. The aves, which includes all the types of birds which are adopted for aerial mode of life, and you are very familiar with these birds because they are active by day and visit every house, field and garden. So the birds are distributed all over the world, and they have the unique feature that is complete body is covered with feathers. So coat of feathers and resting on the hind limbs alone. So hence they defined as the feathered biped. So feathered bipeds. The birds are famous for sexual dimorphism, courtship, seasonal migration, art of nest building and parental care, and they have distinctive colors and also call notes which appeal to human eyes and ear. Their economic importance further enhances human interest in them. So the birds share with the mammals the highest development in the animal kingdom. However, they show marked affinity with their ancestor, that is reptiles. So hence they also described as glorified reptiles. So the birds are bipedal, homothermic vertebrates. So here homeothermic, that is nothing but warm-blooded animals. So body is covered by feathers and forelimbs are modified into wings. So presence of more than 8,600 species of birds. So now let us know about the general characteristics of birds. So first of all, the body form. So body is streamlined, you can see in this image. So here body is streamlined or spindle shaped or boat shaped. So body is divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail. So neck is very long and tail is very short. So next, appendages. There are presence of two pairs of pentadactyl limbs. The forelimbs are modified into wings, usually that provided with large quill feathers for flight. You can see in this image. So each hand bears only 3 digits. So first, second and third. So hand bears only 3 digits. So the second digit is the longest digit, and fingers they lack, that means absence of claws. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಲಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 3 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿ ಹೈಂಡ್ ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲಾರ್ಜರ್, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ and adopted for perching, walking or swimming purpose. So here the hind limbs are slightly shifted forward to balance the body while walking. So each foot usually bears 4 toes with horny claws. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ at the 4 toes, but claws are absent in the case of the digits which are present in the forelimbs. Then come to the next character, that is skin. So skin is thin and dry except for the uropygial glands or tail oil gland, so tail region. So here skin is covered by an epidermal horny exoskeleton of feathers. So complete body is covered with horny exoskeleton and of scales on the feet. So on the feet region there is a presence of scaly skin, and these feathers function is it act as an insulating coat to conserve body heat. So next character is that is coelom. So it consists of 4 compartments. A small anteroventral pericardial cavity that containing the heart, and a pair of dorsolateral pleural cavities having the lungs and a large peritoneal cavity which enclosing other viscera. So here in the birds the presence of four compartments of coelom. Then next is endoskeleton. So here endoskeleton is fully ossified but delicate and light due to air cavities or air sac. So here presence of jaws. So jaws are covered by horny sheath that is calling as a rhamphothecae to form a strong beak. So in the birds teeth are absent. So skull is monocondylar in nature and it bears that means it bears a single occipital condyle and a large cranial cavity. So you can observe in this image. So here presence of skull that is monocondylar in nature, and the vertebrae, you can see the vertebrae or vertebral column. So vertebrae of the neck region are usually heterocoelous and the sacral vertebrae. So sacral vertebrae are fused together and with the more or fewer of the posterior thoracic and anterior caudal to form a large synsacrum for the support of the ilia. And also at the tail region, you can see at the tail region, so posterior caudal vertebrae are fused to form a pygostyle around which the tail quills are arranged in a semicircle. So the posterior caudal vertebrae are fused to form a pygostyle. Then here the presence of sternum. Sternum is usually large and is ventrally produced into a crust. That crust is calling as keel. So that keel provides adequate surface for the attachment of muscles. So as in the case of flightless birds, the sternum is reduced and absence of keel. So you can see in this image, so here presence of pectoral girdle. So pectoral girdle is large with a pillar like coracoid, a scapula and V-shaped furcula of a united clavicle and interclavicle region. And at the forelimbs, you can see at the forelimb here metacarpals and distal carpals are united to form a carpometacarpus. You can see in this. So here presence of carpometacarpus. Okay, so the metacarpal and distal carpals are united to form a carpometacarpus. So the pelvic girdle. So pelvic girdle. So pelvic girdle is large with huge ilium fused to the synsacrum. So this provision is made for the stresses resulting from the bipedal walking. And so here the fusion of bones occur in the hind limbs also. So fusion of bones occur in the hind limbs also. So the tibia fusing with the proximal tarsal to form a tibiotarsus. So you can see here the tibiotarsus. So the tibia fusing with the proximal tarsal to form a tibiotarsus, and distal tarsal fusing with metatarsal 2 to 4 to form tarsometastarsal. So you can see at the lower region, so here presence of tarsometatarsus. So fibula is much reduced. And vertebral ribs so are double headed. So here vertebral ribs are double headed, having bony and articulate with the bony sternal ribs by synovial joints. Okay, so here these are fused, so attached to the synovial joint. So the ribs along with the sternum so form the thoracic basket for protection of heart and lungs. And as I said, the last few caudal vertebrae are fused to form a pygostyle. So this is about the endoskeleton. So now let us know about the next slide. So in this, so next character is digestive system. So mouth is bounded by a strong beak, you can see in this image, and has a wide gape. So alimentary canal leads into a cloaca. At the alimentary canal, so it starts with mouth. So mouth is bounded by beak, and esophagus is frequently dilated into a crop. After this crop, the stomach region, the stomach is usually divided into proventriculus and gizzard, and a pair of CK which present at the junction of small and large intestine. So next character is respiratory system. So respiration, that is takes place only by lungs. So here the lateral are compact, spongy, little distensible and attached to ribs. So a system of thin walled air sacs lying among the viscera which maintains a constant draft of fresh air through the lungs, and a presence of voice box that is calling as syrinx which lies at the junction of trachea and bronchi. The next character is circulatory system. So here heart is four chambered which having two auricles and two ventricles. So in this the right auriculo-ventricular walls which that consist of a single muscular flap, and there is neither sinus venosus nor truncus arteriosus. As in the case of amphibia, there is a presence of sinus venosus and truncus arteriosus, but as in the case of birds, so absence of these. Only the right systemic arc is present, and the renal portal system is greatly reduced in the birds. So here RBC, that is red blood corpuscles, are oval, biconvex and nucleated. So next character is nervous system. So your brain is large, nearly round, and reduced olfactory lobes, and optic lobes are enormous, and they are displaced laterally due to the meeting of large cerebral hemisphere and large cerebellum. So here presence of 12 pairs of cranial nerves. So next is sense organ. So in the sense organ there is a presence of olfactory sacs which are opened by the internal nares into the buccal cavity. So sense of smell is usually poor. So presence of eyes are large and have sclerotic ossicles, and ears has an external opening and a columella oris and a large curved cochlea with an organ of Corti. So these are the sense organs. So now next, excretory system. So excretory system that contains a pair of metanephric kidneys and which are three lobed. So presence of kidneys, it is metanephric and three lobed. So here ureters opens into the cloaca. Urine that consists of urates and is semi-solid. So here absence of urinary bladder. So next character is reproductive system. So reproductive system, here in the bird the sexual dimorphism is well marked. So here sexes are separate, testes are paired, and the male lack of copulatory organs and presence of only left ovary and oviduct. The right ovary and right oviduct are absent. So gonoduct leads into the cloaca. So hence here fertilization is internal, and all birds are oviparous. So all birds are oviparous, they lay egg. So here eggs are large with much yolk and albumin, and a double shelled membrane and a hard calcareous shell. You can see in this image, so calcareous shell. So here the incubation is necessary for hatching of eggs. So they are amniotes. So presence of the embryo develops extra embryonic membranes like amnion, chorion and allantois, and a large yolk sac. So development is direct, there is no any larval stage here. So young may be feathered and able to move about and feed at hatching or naked. So helpless depend for a time on parents for food supply. So here incubation is necessary for hatching of eggs, and also parental care is well marked in birds. So here body temperature is homeothermous. So they are warm blooded, they regulate the body temperature. So if the environmental temperature varies, then also the body temperature is constant. So hence they are calling as warm blooded or homeothermic animals or birds. So birds are here homeothermous. So here some of the examples. So sparrow, cuckoo, parrot, bowerbird, crow, myna, etc. So you can see the different variety of birds in this image. So here the general character of these birds. So they are homeothermic animals. Body is streamlined or spindle shaped or boat shaped. The body is covered by feathers. The forelimbs are modified into wings for flying. Feathers contributes to formation of wings, so the organ of flight. So keeled sternum for attachment of flight muscles. So the strong developed flight muscles and presence of air sacs for double respiration, that is lungs get fresh air both during inspiration and expiration. So the heart is four chambered, and presence of sense organs, that is here presence of cochlea in the internal ear. The hind limbs are adapted for perching, swimming, walking, etc. And skin glands are absent except uropygeal glands. So bones are pneumatic, that is pneumatic endoskeleton. So it is an adapted for flight. The jaws are modified into beaks, and the teeth are completely absent in modern birds. The presence of only right aortic arc in birds, and uricotelic excretion, so urinary bladder is absent, and the right ovary and right oviduct are absent. So here presence of left ovary and left oviduct is functional. So lastly, the last few caudal vertebrates are fused to form a pygostyle. So this is about the just unique features of the class Aves. So about introduction and general characteristics of class Aves. So thank you.